Fabrizio Romano is with us, looking healthy, well slept, and cleanly shaven. How are you, my friend?
All very good. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure to be together. Thank you.
And Joel is back with you for the first time since he's become a married man.
We're in, guys.
And as I like to always say, the married man gets to go first. And that's because the first two questions, spoiler alert, are on your beloved Arsenal, Joel.
Yes, that's right. Okay, Fab. So first question is this. David Raya. He has signed improved terms at Arsenal, which is absolutely fantastic. And of course, he's just announced a new baby with his wife.
Yeah, it's a great moment for David Raya. I would say a great moment for Arsenal in general, because there is a great feeling, a great atmosphere at the club. It's not just about the results, it's about what they're building there. And so a very good connection between the players, Arteta, the new director, Andrea Berta, who did an important job this summer. So they're all together into this. And David Raya is a big part of this project. So Arsenal basically want all the players to be happy, and this is why they gave David Raya improved terms on his contract. It's not going to change the length of the contract, will stay 2028, but he already committed and signed to this contract with improved terms, so a better salary, well deserved by David Raya. He's a big part of this project, so Arsenal wanted to show the full confidence, and I think this is part of something they're showing to all the players. All the important players they have at the club, like keeping William Saliba was obviously important, one of the best in the world, but it's just also about the timing. To do that at the end of September, beginning of October, is really important to show the players the confidence and to avoid the speculation during the season. That's what Arsenal wanted to do. The same with David Raya, big part of this project, and so this new contract is signed.
Nah, that's beautiful, man, and he's done so well, I have to say. What about Bukayo Saka? Is he next on the list with a new signed contract?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be between Saka, Jarry and Timber. There are conversations ongoing, but it's not an urgent case, because Bukayo is very happy at Arsenal. They're very happy with him. So there is mutual feeling between the parties. And so the expectation is to try to reach an agreement very soon. But at the same time, again, no pressure. Arsenal know that Bukayo is very happy. So it's just about reaching an agreement on the financial terms of the contract. But I think there is a big optimism on reaching this agreement and to keep Bukayo for the long term.
Let's stay with North London, Fabrizio, and move on to Spurs. Joao Paulinho has had a really positive start at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. How likely do you think Spurs are to take up the option to buy?
I think there is a good chance to see Paulinho staying at Tottenham in 2026. Then let's see if it's going to be via the option or maybe they want to renegotiate with Bayern. It's too early to say, still beginning of October, so many months to go before they make any decision. But internally, the feeling is very positive. Paulinho is happy at Tottenham. He can play. He loves the Premier League, loves living in London. Very good feelings with the coach, Thomas Frank. And Tottenham are also very happy with him. So it's a very, very good deal for all parties involved. Now it's going to be about the agreement with Bayern in 2026. Again, it's still early. So let's see how the season will go. But the start of this loan deal has been very positive, and all parties are more than happy to continue together. So I would be quite optimistic on that one. But again, it's still a long season, and we have to see what's going to happen next.
Now, a lot of talk about Harry Kane and his future, even though Kane has said repeatedly and publicly that he's happy at Bayern and only focused on Bayern. But the release clause diminishes to 65 million euros in 2026. Is there any chance of a Premier League return for Kane after the World Cup next summer?
Look, I think there is some possibility to see that happening, but what I can guarantee is that we have to forget about that speculation now and for the next months, because till the World Cup, Harry Kane will not make any kind of decision. When he says in public that he's very happy at Bayern is the reality. Obviously, the numbers of the start of the season are incredible. So it's not just about the numbers, the goals, the assists. Harry is very happy with Vincent Kompany as a coach, with his teammates, with the whole project at Bayern. They feel at Bayern, Kane and all the others, that they can win every title this season, that they will be competitive in all the competitions. Harry Kane obviously also wants to make something special happen at the World Cup, and so no distraction about transfers and all the rest. Then Premier League, we see what's going to happen after the World Cup. We see what kind of season Bayern will have, but I can guarantee that now, today, and the next few months, the full focus of Harry Kane is only going to be on Bayern, and so I don't think we will have any kind of talk or contact for Harry Kane to return to Premier League now. We will see in the near future. That could be a possibility, but now full focus on Bayern.
Chelsea have been hit with several injuries. Honestly, they're suffering out there. Is there a chance that they're going to be able to bring in a new defender come January?
A chance, I would say I would keep it open because we never know what's going to happen there. As you mentioned, many injuries, and we have to see how some of these players will recover. So we have to wait and see on that one. What I can tell you today is that Chelsea are not actively working to sign a new centre-back now. So Chelsea have not started any process to bring in a new centre-back. They are still very happy with the squad they have. They believe that the depth of the squad is already very good and what they needed to play at the best level possible in all the competition. So at the moment, it's very quiet at Chelsea. Then if maybe in December there will be again injuries, problems, that might be a possibility. But at the moment, I can guarantee that everything is very calm and they're more than happy with the squad they have, very happy with the talents they have, like Kach and Pong. So at the moment, nothing is happening in terms of actively working on a new centre-back deal.
Okay. And what about Manchester United? They obviously still need a midfielder. We can see that sometimes the balance is off, especially with the shape. Any chance that one arrives in January? And who is on their shortlist of midfielders if that's the case?
Yeah, I think it's a possibility for Man United to go for a new midfielder in January. Then, in this case, will depend on opportunities. I don't think the January window, not just for Man United, but in general, is about big names moving. So unless there is an opportunity of a big name, I think that has to be the window of maybe a loan deal or a last-minute chance on the market. For example, Man United tried for Conor Gallagher in the final days of the summer transfer window. So that kind of opportunity, in case he becomes available or any other player with that kind of skills becomes available on a good deal, maybe on a loan with an option to buy for Man United, might be interesting. But at the moment, we are not in that direction yet. Again, it's still very early before saying the clubs actively working on these kind of deals. But what I can tell you is that Man United in 2026, whether it's going to be January or summer transfer window, want to change something in the midfield. And so that's going to be an important position to cover.
Let's move on to a Fabrizio Romano exclusive in the last 48 hours. And that is a surprise move for Sergio Reguilón to Inter Miami. Now, at the time you broke this story, Fabrizio, it wasn't a done deal, but it was very possible. How likely 24 hours on is this deal now to come off?
I think it will happen. I would say 99% will happen, just waiting on some formal steps. Today, Jordi Alba announced his retirement, and obviously Inter Miami wanted to respect a legend like Jordi Alba before closing any deal. But I think this deal now in the next days will happen because Reguilón has several proposals from La Liga. Persepolis in Iran offered him almost 4 million euros net season salary, which is a record one for the club. But Reguilón wants to go to Inter Miami, wants to try this opportunity in MLS. And so he's a free agent. You don't need any negotiation just to get the green light of the player. And if the player only wants to go Inter Miami, means that this deal will happen. So according to my information, this will be done in the next days. And I see Reguilón playing next to Leo Messi at Inter Miami.
Another free agent is Renan Lodi after leaving Al Hilal. Any suitors you're aware of? There's been some suggestions from Saudi reporters that there might be even some Premier League clubs interested in him.
Yeah, at the moment, from what I heard, just some conversations with his agents, because obviously it's a big opportunity. A player like Renan Lodi on a free could be a very, very good opportunity. So there is some interest from England, some interest also from Italy, some calls from Italy. But at the moment, from what I'm told, still nothing advanced, nothing really concrete, just conversations. I think we need some patience before we understand which club will really go for Renan Lodi. Also, he was on a big salary in Saudi, so financially we have to understand what he's going to accept as next step for his career. But for sure, it's going to be an interesting one to follow for the upcoming weeks.
I want to finish it up with managers, guys. Ange Postecoglou first. Will he be given more time after the loss to Newcastle, or do you reckon he's down and out?
Look, at the moment, there is still nothing decided, so I think there is still a chance he will have more time to show his skills and to change the situation at Nottingham Forest. We know is not an easy situation after the recent results, but at the moment, I'm not aware of Nottingham Forest already in talks with another manager or telling Postecoglou that it's over. So I think there is still a chance to see him continuing at the club. Again, let's see, because we know with the Nottingham Forest managers, there is always this question mark if things are not working, so we never know the reaction from the owners, but at the moment the situation is still under control, and I think he will have the opportunity to try change the situation.
Also, Russell Martin, he was sacked from Rangers after just 123 days in charge. Who could replace him at the Ibrox Stadium?
Yeah, there are internal conversations ongoing about this. There is the opportunity maybe to bring back Steven Gerrard. It's an idea they have internally at the club, but from what I'm hearing, they're still not decided who is going to be the new coach, and they still don't know what Steven Gerrard wants to do next in his career, whether he wants to go back to Scotland or not. So it's going to be about Gerrard's decision and about the internal decision they want to make at Rangers. They have 2-3 candidates they are considering internally. Gerrard is one of them, but again, we are not yet at the decision stage, so let's wait a bit more, but soon we'll have news on Rangers manager.
Fab, honestly, it always feels good hearing you talk, but it felt extra juicy today with those Arsenal contracts re-signed. I'll tell you that for sure. Thank you very much for joining us. Guys, please make sure you're following Fabrizio Romano on socials. I mean, who doesn't at the moment? But if you haven't, please do so on YouTube. Check out his bits on at givemesport.com as well. The main man. Thank you very much, Fab.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure. I will see you soon. Ciao.
Cheers. Bye.
Ciao.
All right.